Why is it easier to pretend nothing happened than to say it out loud?
Today we're cracking open the fear of talking about trauma. The shame, the guilt, the loyalty to people who hurt us, and that voice in our head that says, don't you dare say a word.
If your trauma feels like a secret and you're scared to spill, this one's for you.
Because silence might be safe, but it's not healing, and we're done bleeding in quiet.
And we are going to be talking to y'all while we bedazzle our new mics. Because we have the ASMR mic up right now. We don't have our shirt mics on today. We think that this one will sound better, and then our camera quality will eventually be getting a lot better.
Definitely.
Right now we're looking at it in our viewfinder, and yeah, we need to up our game. So, like, when we're talking about trauma and everything, I know a lot of people are really scared to talk about their trauma.
Yeah.
Just for the sole fact of feeling like you're betraying family, friends, or whoever, you know? Just because it's, I guess the best way to put it is, like, not normal. Your trauma is not normal, but, you know?
Yeah, well, and you also sometimes, like, it really depends, but sometimes you still have a relationship with the person who gave you trauma.
Or your relationship has gotten better.
Yeah, and you don't want to ruin that, and you don't want to make them look bad, but what they did still happened. And it's kind of a whole thing that you have to settle within yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like, because when I'm sitting there thinking about, like, things that happened to me, and then, like, I guess when I think, oh, I could talk about it, I guess it's the immediate, like,
Probably should.
What could come from it?
Yeah,
know?
am I gonna start drama?
Yeah, or, like, what backlash is this gonna start? Like, because, like, a lot of my trauma comes from people that I still have to deal with.
Right.
And it's just, or people that my kids have to deal with, you know?
Right.
And I don't want to
cause them any drama.
Because they don't deserve that, you know?
Right.
And then, but at the same time, I know that probably talking about my situation would help somebody else talk about theirs.
And helps you.
Yeah.
And why should you have to go without help because you don't want to hurt somebody else? Who hurt you? Like, if you don't want to be talked about, why would you do it? But there's still that deep need to, like, protect people.
And that's, like, I guess that's one of my things is, like, I guess, like, I get stuck in protection mode.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it involves my kids.
Yeah.
So then it's like, how do I discuss this? And, like, and I understand that a lot of people probably feel that same way. Like, how do I discuss this without upsetting this person, this person, and this person?
Yeah.
And then, but also, how do I discuss this without somebody, like, knowing it's me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, unfortunately, everybody knows I'm doing this. So then it's like, if I start talking about it, they're going to know it's me.
Exactly.
And then it turns into a whole other situation.
Mm-hmm.
For people that really not necessarily didn't have anything to do with it, but didn't have anything to do with it, you know? Yeah. Like, I mean, my kids lived through a lot of the trauma with me. And I hope that they don't remember any of it.
Right.
Because they have such, like, we have such a good life now.
Right, yeah.
And,
I mean, your life. You made it better.
Because I had to. Like, I had no option. Like, I had to get out.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, like, I guess I was so shocked about having to get out.
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't know, I guess I didn't really actually realize I was leaving.
Yeah, it didn't hit you.
Yeah, and, like, and also at the same time, like, there's a lot of things that happen, like, to people, and they don't want to make other people look bad, especially if, like, let's say it was at a job or something, and then, like, that person's job sees, like, I don't know, a podcast or whatever, and it's like, you know, luckily, everything that like, anybody submits is all anonymous, and, like, we don't release names, we don't release anything. It's, nobody would even know.
Strictly anonymous. We want to be able to kind of open that door for people who feel the same way as us about not feeling comfortable opening up about stuff.
Because, like, there's little things that we can talk about, you know, like, but at the same time, it's like, you have to think about, like, am I going to get that phone call afterwards, you know, like, I listened to this podcast, blah, 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 blah.
And you were saying this about me. I thought we were past that. And it's like, well, we are, but it still happened, and I still have to, like,
I still
live
have to
with
heal
that.
and think and, you know, and grow.
Literally.
I mean, and, like, a lot of the stuff that happened, I mean, I'm sure to you even, like, you've grown from, you've moved on, and...
Most of it, yeah. But it's still, there's still little parts of me that rage inside, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean...
it's like, what the fuck?
Because, like, even, like, sometimes, like, when I get a trigger, like if I'm talking to somebody and they trigger a certain part of me, then I'm like, ooh, like, it's like I'm, like, back.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, ooh, I don't want to get back there. Like,
yeah.
And... Dadgum, I dropped another rhinestone. This is ghetto.
This is hard.
This is hard.
We didn't realize
I don't know where the rhinestone went.
difficult.
Dude, it went somewhere.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of random rhinestones everywhere.
That's okay, because who's that hurting?
Not John. Definitely not John.
When he walks back here and he gets a rhinestone stuck to his foot.
His ass. He sits down and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My ass is bedazzled.
But, like, that's funny. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking, like, because, like, I'm thinking about it, because, like, that's exactly what he would have said. But, I mean, it's just, like, everybody has their own, it's like when I tell my little sisters, like, everybody has their own trauma, everybody has their own bad day, everybody has their own thing. So, when somebody's telling you about their trauma, don't try to combat it with yours, you know? Because to me, my trauma is the worst thing that I've ever gone through in my entire life. But you could look at my trauma and be like,
girl, it's
for
not
real?
that bad.
Like, that's all?
Yeah.
But, like, to you, yours is really bad. And to me, it could be like, oh, for real? Like, you know? And that's one thing that I always think about is, like, you really, like, need to think about the things that other people have gone through and how bad it could be for them.
Everybody
processes differently.
Yeah, and everybody, not that everybody is like, some people are stronger than others, but some people have a different breaking point.
Exactly. And, like, I don't know, I like to think that, like, I was brought up around really strong women.
Yeah.
So, like major women energy. So, like, I can, like, I've watched trauma happen to the women in my life. And they've come out of it either, I mean, sometimes not necessarily better, but they've come out of it, you know, and tried to create something better.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, I guess, like, when I think about talking about stuff from when I was younger, or, like, talking about stuff from even just most recently, like, it's just, I don't know. And, like, I understand that a lot of people probably don't want to do theirs. Right. Just because it's like reliving it.
Yeah.
When you sit down to type it out but, like, sometimes talking to a stranger is the best.
It's more therapeutic than talking to somebody that you know.
Exactly. Because, like, even, like, sitting down talking to my therapist, like, I still feel like there's a lot that I have to, like, hide. Because, like, the last therapist that I talked to, she cried when I told her a majority of the stuff that I've gone through.
Yeah.
And I was like,
hey girl, I don't think that's normal.
Like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that's supposed to cry.
I'm paying you to let me come cry. Yeah. Why are you crying?
And I'm just like, wow, that's insane. Like, okay.
Yeah. It kind of shows you that what
it's
you've
not
gone
normal.
through is, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, that's not just something that happens on a regular Tuesday night, you know, or whatever. But, and then, like, and just like we were talking about, like, the fear of ruining relationships that you've built coming out of all of that, you know, because, like, even if it was, like, let's say, like, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whatever that you went through it with, like, who's to say that now you've grown and now we're here, you know? Yeah. And I don't
want to backtrack.
Yeah. I don't want to bring up something that you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, you know? I can talk about an instance because it did happen. Mm-hmm. And it was absolutely just, like, dumbfounding. And I thought about it a few days ago, actually, when we were kind of talking about everything. But, one of my sisters is actually an addict. Mm-hmm. She's a heroin addict. Mm-hmm.
My brother is a opioid and meth addict, or was.
Yeah,
he's been clean for almost a year.
I had another sister that was a meth addict, but she's been clean for, I think, 3 years now.
Dude.
She's been doing pretty good. It's probably longer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like this sister in particular, and y'all can look her up. She was the Pink Bandit of Dallas.
Oh my God! Wow.
Of Dallas Fort Worth. She robbed 3 convenience stores in a pink sweatsuit.
Go her.
And pregnant.
Yo.
And she was high.
She was high?
Yes, she was high. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she ran from the cops too.
I was almost on girl power mode, and then I was like, shit, she was pregnant and high.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's not girl power.
But, yeah, I know. But then, so she was sentenced to, I think, 15 years in Gatesville prisons in Texas.
Oh, wow.
And got out after 8.
So, for, like, good behavior.
She did good, you know?
Good for her.
Well, she got out, and, like, it's just like I compare it to getting out of the military. Like, it's like you don't know what to do. You go from being told what to do every minute of every day of every single hour.
You do have to reacclimate to like, civilian life.
I mean, it's just like, even like now, like, trying to figure out what the hell to wear. Like, even coming out of the military, like, I was told what to wear every single minute of every single day. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I have free will? What are you talking about?
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's wild. But and it's just like coming out of prison, I would assume, like,
yeah, definitely.
Trying to figure out, like, what to wear, because you wear the same thing.
Yeah, and almost who you are as a person, because you've had to let go of your personality.
Yeah, you've had to either dumb it down, or you've had to hide it completely because of other people, you know? Well, and anyways, I guess reality was a little too much, and she fell back into heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that happens a lot.
Well, and, like, I kind of expected it to happen, only because, not that I didn't have faith in her, but it just was the fact of, like, this is going to be hard. Like, life is hard, you know? Well,
and the statistics also, I mean, people hate being a statistic, which is, like, I totally get it. But if you're really looking at it scientifically, like, statistics say that most addicts will relapse a couple of times before they're, you know, really done.
At least 3 to 4 times, I think, is what one of the statistics says.
Yeah, and when it comes to abusive relationships, it takes women 7 times to leave before they actually leave. And if you really think about it, most of, you know, those relationships, those women don't make it out alive before the 7th time. So,
yeah. And, like,
it's just very...
It's crazy when you actually sit down and read all the statistics that come with stuff like this. But anyways, she got out, and she did end up relapsing. And unfortunately, I was in boot camp, so I wasn't home.
Yeah.
And, well, she got mixed into her old crowds, you know, and, she actually ended up stealing a majority of my wardrobe.
Oh, shame.
So I had barely anything when I came home.
Damn.
She really had a tough time. Yeah. And, well, I remember, I think I was like 8 or 9. And I went to Dallas to go stay with her by myself. My mom let me. Because she trusted her, and everything.
She's your sister, yeah.
Well, I went to Dallas. My sister had an infant daughter, and I think a 3-year-old, I think he was 3 at the time, 3-year-old son. And her and her husband left me there with them in the middle of the night to go get high.
Oh, no.
And I was left there with an infant and a 3-year-old.
As a child, yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. And now I'm not saying that I didn't have a phone, but I don't remember having one. Like, I don't remember having a landline.
Yeah, or like a way to...
Like, our way to call anybody.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but like there's still things about it that are a little bit fuzzy. Yeah. I do remember that my mom found out about it because she was already on her way to Dallas, like, that night. Mm-hmm. Like, she was already on her way. And
for your sister or for something different?
She was going to come get me the next day.
Oh, okay.
So she was already on her way to Dallas because she was like, well, screw it, I'll just go ahead and go, and because why not? Well, she got there and my sister wasn't there.
Yeah.
And my mom ripped her a new one. But go mom.
Go mom.
But yeah, and I remember it because I was just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
With, what if something happens? What do I do?
Yeah.
And I guess it's where, in my head, the pessimist side came out.
Yeah.
Now I always worry about what's going to happen next. Mm-hmm. Well, what do I do if this happens?
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, because I was so worried about these 2 little kids that I was like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, where do I go? What do I do? How do I do it?
Yeah.
I'm 8 years old. I can't drive.
Yeah. I'm 8 years old.
And like I said, not to say that there wasn't a phone in the house, but I don't remember there being a phone.
Right.
And it's the shock of that is just wow.
Yeah.
And thank God my mom came when she did.
Yeah, because you probably would have been left there for a hot minute, if not.
Oh, yeah. It definitely would have been
a couple days.
Probably. Because my mom showed up, and I think my sister showed up, hours later.
Yeah.
Into the morning, hours later.
I'm assuming because your mom called her.
I don't think my mom called her. I think she wanted to see when she was going to show up.
Yeah, on her own.
Yeah, just to see. And then, when my sister and her husband walked in and saw my mom, you could just see, I could just see the color leave their face.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you fucked up.
Are her and her husband still together, or?
No, they are divorced. I don't know where he is. I think he's in prison still.
It's very rare that an addict couple works out anyways.
It is. And
not that it doesn't work, but
yeah,
it's just rare.
But I just, I was, shocked.
Yeah.
And I was just wow.
This bitch really left me here.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And, granted, there's several other things that I could go into that she's done since then, but...
Yeah.
But, it's just...
When it comes to having an addict in your family, the stories never end.
Oh, no. And then, the thing is, a lot of people are going to hear these stories and be like, there's no way. And it's no, it's so crazy that it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it's not that I'm talking bad about her, because I do feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
But, it's also at the same time, she's done so much to myself and my family that I'm just
that's a lot.
What am I protecting,
Yeah.
You've created walls between me and certain family members because of the way you acted. And then a lot of family members just place me in the same category as them. And it's
almost giving you a bad rap.
Yeah.
And you haven't even done anything.
I mean, I just, like, that's what's shocking to me is that some of my family members put me in their category. And it's, like, what? It's like, do you not see, like, not to brag about myself, but do you not see all the things that I've done, the things that I've accomplished, the things that I've gone through, and still...
You're not the same.
Like, no. Like, I don't know. I gotta tell Mom, I like to think that I am a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I watched all of this and changed my life.
Yeah.
Made my life better. That. Chose a different direction because I watched I call them my sisters, but they're really my aunts. My 3 older sisters, quote unquote, destroy their lives. And I decided that wasn't going to be me.
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't. And I guess that, like, I don't worry about ruining those relationships because I feel like there is no relationship, you know?
With your sister?
With my 3 quote unquote sisters. Mm-hmm. I feel like there really isn't a relationship. Right. And I guess that's where I get to a point where it's like, I'm not going to protect you if you never protected me.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, why would you? You know? There's no point.
No. And, I mean, but at the same time, like, if they ever needed me, I'd be there.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still, like, you subjected me at very young ages to wild things. That's like you're supposed to be quote unquote my older sisters, but really you're my aunts, so that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you subjected me to these wild things that, like, I would have never subjected any of their children to.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never done that, you know? And it's just hard to, like, look past a lot of it.
Wrap your head around, because like you said, I would have never done that.
Yeah, like, I would have never done that. I would have never thought, oh, she can watch them, let me just leave. You know, like, go run and do a bump right quick. Like, what? Yeah. No. Like, go run and do a bump 3 counties over. You know, like,
wild.
It's just, like, I don't know. It's things like that just baffle me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I would have never done that to my kids.
Yeah. Or anybody else's.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, or literally anyone else's.
Yeah.
Because I guess I just don't think like that.
Well, I guess normal people don't, I think.
I would hope so. I'm looking for an itsy bitsy baby. There it is.
Oh my god, yours looks better. What the fuck?
I just went around in a circle. I should have followed you. But it's... I don't know. I think about it a lot. About the things that happen. And I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
That's actually wild.
I just literally went to, like, tweeze that little bitty tiny rhinestone. I did it and it was... It flew away. I'm using my finger. Oh, heck yeah.
Bedazzled. I love it.
Oh my gosh, yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
I have a circle. A fancy smancy little circle.
I actually like the circle.
Circles. It's supposed to be a circle.
Okay, what's our next topic?
The shame spiral.
So,
talking about internalized guilt.
Yeah, basically what you feel when you do finally talk about it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the guilt you feel because you don't talk about it. There's all kinds of guilt, really.
I mean, even like...
You get guilt. You feel guilty for yourself when you're not talking about it. You feel guilty when you are talking about it for the people that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. And then, like, you have, like, the victim's guilt. Mm-hmm. Then you've got, like... I mean, there's so many different versions of guilt. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to poke a hole, make sure it doesn't, like... make sure it doesn't, like, beat up at the end, but... And then, like, And then, like, you also have the problems of, like, you feel like you're overreacting.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't know if... Like, you know deep down that what is happening is not normal or, like, whatever. You're still like, it's so normalized or whatever that I can't react.
And then, like, you get so worried about, like... I guess your reaction and then the other people's reaction. I mean, it's just like, what is it, Newton's law, equal and opposite reactions?
Literally.
It's the cause and effect. That's literally it. You get so wrapped up in the freaking cause and effect that you're stuck, you know, or you're stuck in this infinite loop of overthinking. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's wild, like, what your brain goes through when you're going through trauma. And even, like, the subconscious mind, what it does to it.
Oh, yeah. Our brains do shit that we don't even realize. And that's the craziest part.
Well, and, like, I was sitting there and I was reading something about what trauma does to the brain. Mm-hmm. Extensive years and years of trauma can actually cause severe brain damage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not, like, physical trauma, but, like, just even emotional trauma. It can cause severe brain damage.
People don't realize how sensitive the brains really are.
Exactly. I mean, it's just, like we were talking... Because, like...
There's a reason that you can't take it out of the skull and, like, just and it just be, you know, still, because it's...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like...
It's literally the powerhouse. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's just, like, for me, so, like, I have back injuries, hip injuries, all of that, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I've had doctors tell me that it's all in my head. Well, I had a doctor recently, a physical therapist, that told me, he said, it is in your head, but...
That doesn't mean it's not valid.
But he's saying, what I'm thinking is that you have a portion of your body that is in such great pain that your brain is dispersing it through your body, and that's why you cannot pinpoint what hurts.
That's honestly so fair.
And he was like, I think you have just a portion of your body that is in such immense pain that your brain is trying to trick your body into thinking that it's really this, that. Yeah. When really, he's like, it could just be severe migraines. Yeah. Or it could be just really severe back pain. He's like, I mean, or it could literally just be a nerve pinched that's just causing so much pain that your brain can't handle it. Yeah. And he was like, so all this stuff that you're telling me is in pain, granted, yes, it is in pain because you're feeling it, but it may really not be in pain.
Which is crazy, because our brains just do the most crazy shit, you know?
To protect us. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, we were talking about dissociating. Mm-hmm. Like, when you're in so much angst and so much...
Dissociating was, like, my only state of living through high school and, like...
Oh, yeah.
A little bit out of...
Like, I mean, because that's how a lot of people just live their lives in general. Yeah. Is dissociating.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just easier.
It really is.
And, like, granted, yes, it's easier, but at the same time, at what cost is it easier? Yeah.
You know, it's like... the coping mechanism, but...
Like, if you're a mom and you're dissociating. Yeah. You're dissociating from your kids.
You're not there.
You're not there. I mean, it's just like, postpartum depression. Mm-hmm. Like that,
which is another thing I feel like people don't take seriously.
No, I mean, it's just like I see moms that have killed their kids because of postpartum depression, and I've seen people get upset because of that and blame the mom, and it's like, I get it. Okay, yes, it was wrong, but at the same time, like,
if it's not someone who's like Casey Anthony, obviously, who has a fucking history of being a horrible person.
Yeah.
There has to be a deeper mental
issue, a deeper, like, I mean, it's just like like we were talking about, the brain does so much to, like, protect you that...
And 80% of it, we don't even realize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're just existing and our brain's just doing the work.
I mean, there's women that I've talked to that had postpartum depression, and they were just like, if I would have just driven my car off the bridge, like, they're like, I would have just felt so much better.
Yeah.
But then, like, I sit there and I remember my kids are in the backseat.
Yeah.
And then they're like, the only thing that kept me from doing it was that my children were in the backseat.
Yeah.
And it's like, that, like, you know, okay. But then you have some women that they... Not to say that they're weak-minded, because they're not. It's
like
just
I said
that...
earlier, some people have different breaking points.
Yes. Like,
know?
Everybody has a certain level. I mean, it's just like, some moms, like, that do that. Sometimes they leave notes or whatever, and they feel that their kids are in, like, that their kids are in also such great danger that they have to take them with them because they're scared they're going to die anyways.
Yeah.
Or that they're not going to be loved, they're not going to be taken care of. And
it really
so
is
they
such
take them
deep
with
mental,
them.
like, anguish for women with postpartum. And people just don't understand that.
Well, I mean, and, like, postpartum is such a hard thing because there's so many different spectrums, so many different, like, just insane things that happen. Like, I mean, there's postpartums that they don't kill their kids, they kill their dogs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or they kill their freaking husbands, you know, or whatever.
Crazy shit, yeah.
And, like, postpartum depression is also extremely real for the husband as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, they can get it. And a lot of women don't notice that.
I think a lot of postpartum depression for both genders is just the change in life. Like, your entire life changes. You don't have just your partner anymore. You have
a partner and a whole nother life to take care of.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
That can't do anything for itself.
I can't imagine how overwhelming that feeling is at first.
Well, see, like, I had postpartum, but I knew that it was probably going to happen. So I was prepared.
Yeah.
And that's just because I have depression anyways. So I was at a higher risk.
Yeah.
So I had people on standby ready.
Yeah.
For when I had my baby, and I had a postpartum therapist. I had all that. A lot of people don't have that because they don't...
means, yeah.
Yeah, or they don't realize that having depression is a first sign of you're more likely to have postpartum depression.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and, like, depression is not, like, I guess, for lack of better words, a death sentence. Like, there are ways to cope, and I understand that sometimes...
It feels like there isn't.
Depression is hard. It is very hard. And it kind of turns into, like... Sometimes it's just the people around you that create the depression, and it's not you.
That's a thing that took me forever to realize, is for the longest time, I genuinely thought I had borderline personality disorder.
A lot of therapists have misdiagnosed because of that.
Yeah, because I was in such an abusive relationship, and I was so, like, not me as a person, you know, that I was like, okay, there's clearly something wrong with me. Like, there has to be. Like, I have a personality disorder. You know?
And so, like, I had a therapist tell me that they thought that I had borderline personality disorder. Because I would describe my mood swings as minute to minute.
Yeah.
Like, it would just change. And bipolar is not minute to minute. It's week to week, month to month.
It's very long formed, long span.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay. So they told me that they thought that I had borderline personality disorder. Well, come to find out, I did not.
Yeah. It's actually extremely rare.
Yes, it was to do with the person I was with.
Yeah.
And the situation that I was in. With everything that was going on and all the things that were going on back home.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was a lot on my brain.
Psyche. Yeah.
That it was trying to find a way to cope, for lack of better words. It was trying to find a way to make everything okay when everything was definitely not okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then it and I feel bad for, like, a lot of, like, the service members that have to deal, like, that go to see a therapist, and their therapist is like, oh, well, you've got this. And really, you don't. They don't take time to look at your situation.
You as a person.
They just listen to what you say, and they're like, yep, okay, well, you've got this.
Yeah, they're kind of just checking off boxes, you know?
That's all you are. Yeah. That's all you are in the military, is a box. Mm-hmm. A box, a person. You're not even really a person. You're just kind of... You're a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, literally.
Yeah. That's really how they see you.
And not to say anything bad about the military, because we do have a great military. There's a lot, you know.
I don't support the military, so that's... We're on two different spectrums there.
Like, it is a great forum, but the issue is that they go about it all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we can be a weapon and still be a human.
Definitely a fucked up system, I believe.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's hard. But then, like, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I mean, and then, like, you also have to remember, like, trauma isn't just what happened. It's everything felt in between, during, after, and before.
Yeah.
And the things you just didn't voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like... I don't know, the things that trauma does to the body, to the brain, to everything is just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was reading studies on people that of all genders that went through massive amounts of extended trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And they compared their brain to a healthy brain.
And it's much different.
Like, a majority of their brain was dead.
Yeah. Literally, it does genuine damage.
Like, it kills portions of your brain, not just, like, just causes little blips here and there. Mm-hmm. No, it literally kills your brain.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people don't realize, is when you're in a situation like that, you can literally feel it.
Yeah.
You can literally feel it killing your brain. I remember constantly being like, I am dying. I am going to die. Like, I can't, my blood pressure can't go up this much. My stress levels can't go up this much. Like, I am going to die.
Like, and that's it's a crazy feeling to sit there and just, like, constantly be telling yourself, like, I am dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your body is telling you you're dying.
Yeah.
And you may not necessarily be, like, actually dying, but you are dying.
Yeah. In my brain, you couldn't convince me otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, even when I was going through all the things that I was going through, not only did I think that the person I was with was going to kill me,
mm-hmm.
I really thought that my body was killing itself.
Yeah. Yeah. So whether he got to you or your body did first, either way, you were going to fucking die.
Yeah. And then what? And then what? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
And the stress and worrying about your kids and stuff, too, puts more stress on your body.
Yes.
Which makes you feel like you're dying even more.
Sorry if you'll hear my tummy rumbling. But, like, and then, like, a lot of people, what I was sitting there thinking about is, with your kids, like, the constant stress of worrying about your kids, mm-hmm. that right there will do you in.
Yeah.
On a lot of stuff. Because, like, I mean, wow. Like, the constant stress of worrying about my child at school.
Yeah.
And worrying about freaking, like, if my daughter is going to have self-esteem issues. Or if my daughter's going to be able to talk to me about said self-esteem issues. If my son is going to feel comfortable enough to talk to me about the boy bullying him at school or whatever. I mean, that's a major thing to me. Because, like, I've watched kids close to me go through problems and bullying at school.
It's horrible.
And they never say anything.
Yeah.
And...
because they think it makes them weak. You know?
And especially based off of their parents, how their parents make it
absolutely
out to be. Like, I get it, okay, some form of joking around and picking and teasing is okay. But, like, there is a limit.
Yeah. You don't want your child to be sensitive, but you also don't want your child to be absolutely just treated like shit. You know?
Yeah, no. Because nobody deserves that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there are some people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like...
our exes.
Not wrong. But, like, it's... I don't know, and then, like... there's so much to worry about in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
With everything.
Literally everything.
Like, I mean, literally just walking down the freaking street.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to worry about things. Like, because now, like, there's the whole thing with women being weak. Not necessarily weak, but, like, can't handle themselves type situation.
Mm-hmm.
And now we need to carry a gun. Like, or now we need to carry a taser.
Mm-hmm.
Because essentially we can't take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever, you know, or a man needs to walk with us, you know. Like, I mean, granted, I understand. Like, if you want to walk with me, cool, because that makes you feel better, awesome.
Yeah.
Like, not gonna stop you. But at the same time, don't do it just because you think that I can't handle myself.
Yeah.
Like, I know what this world is about. I know what this world has come to. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I've had to prepare myself more because there's people in the world that can't just leave people alone.
Yeah.
You know, that's essentially what it comes down to. Just leave people alone.
1000%.
Like, I found it. I found the tiny rhinestone that I flicked away.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Well, it's been tossed back into the bowl.
God damn it.
So you're welcome. And then something else is the social conditioning.
Of trauma?
Of trauma.
Yeah.
Like, especially in women, not saying that it doesn't happen to men, but especially in women, it's the be nice, move on, or don't talk about it.
Women are definitely, well, it's... Here's the thing that I have to fucking convince men all the time of, is, like, patriarchy also damages men.
Yeah.
So, like... both genders get treated much... Dude, that looks so good. Oh, I love it. See, mine looks a little ghetto, but...
She cute.
Anyways, yeah, I think the two genders are treated much differently. Men are treated as if trauma just doesn't even exist for them. Women are treated as though we should take every single hit and punch and, like...
and just wake up the next day and pretend like nothing happened.
And get the fuck over it. And keep our mouths shut. And still be nice. And not raise our voice.
Yep.
You know?
It's just like when okay, this sounds so wild, but when I was watching Barbie, what's her name?
Barbie.
What was her name? The little Mexican girl.
America Ferrera.
Yeah, her. Mm-hmm. When she gave her speech about don't be too skinny.
That shit made me cry.
I was like...
I sobbed.
I was like, literally, okay. Like, yeah, be skinny, but don't be too skinny, because then you're trying too hard. Yeah. Or you're on meth. Yeah. Like, you know, and then it's like, okay, pop off.
I literally was watching a movie last night. It was called Revenge of the Bridesmaids, and it had Raven-Symoné in it.
Yes, love her.
Okay, love her too. Back in the day, she was considered a plus-sized model.
Mm-hmm.
And in the movie... she's literally, the size difference between her and her friend is like me and you. Literally. Yeah. Like, her friend is skinny like you, and she's like a little bit bigger, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole joke throughout the whole fucking movie was how fat she was. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the whole joke was that she just, like, ate everything and, like, had to lose a couple of pounds. And it's like, she literally was not that. Like, she was literally
maybe like the size of my thumb.
Yeah. Like, you know, I was like, what the fuck? Like, the way women are, like, conditioned without even realizing it, you know? Like, we watch that shit when we're younger and we go, oh my God, I'm literally fat. Like, if I, you know, if I would have watched that movie when I was younger, I would have been like,
I'm huge.
Yes. But, like, now, of course, as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, okay. You know, of course, like, I know better than to let myself fall into that. But, like, oh my God, like, it's just crazy what women have to deal with.
Like, I mean, and, like, I get it, men have to deal with certain things. Oh, like, they have their, like, gotta have muscles, gotta have this,
but
gotta
here's
have that.
The fucking conversation that I always have with Nick is, who created the standards for men? Because it wasn't us. I don't need a six-pack. I don't need
I actually,
6'5".
I actually do not enjoy looking at the extremely muscular guy.
Me and Nick are watching the Jersey Shore. Like, the situation grosses me out.
Like, that freaks me out. Yeah. Like, you know, like, no.
So I know. I mean, of course, there's women who do love a good, you know, ab.
Like, and go for
them. But we're not the ones who created that standard. You know, we didn't create the standard for women, and we damn sure didn't create the standard for men.
Yeah.
So people who are, you know, I know there are men who are like, oh, women fucking suck because we can't do this. And it's like, you should take a look at your own species, because 90% of the time, you know what's so hot to me? When a man cries.
Yes.
You know what's so fucking hot to me? When a man shows his emotions. Exactly. Like, when Nick cried in front of me, I was like, oh, we finna fuck. Like, it's finna go down. Like,
yeah.
And so we didn't create the, oh, men shouldn't cry. Like, we didn't do that.
Or the freaking, any of that.
Any of it. None of the standards did we create. That
came from the classic 1950s parents and dads. Mm-hmm. And then it came from the dads before them that worked in the factories. Like, oh, you have to be a man. You have to show out. You have to be ready to do anything for your family, blah, blah, blah. Granted, yes. Yes, you should be ready.
Yeah.
But a woman should be ready just as much as a man should.
Yeah. And men should, like, there are more single feel safe to feel emotions and stuff.
Yes, but there are more single moms than there are, I mean, married moms and dads now.
1,000%. And the reason that there is so much male violence and male hatred towards women is because men can't show their emotions. They're literally bottling it up to the point that they hate women.
Yeah.
And they lose their shit, and then they either shoot up a school or kill a girlfriend or a wife or your children, or, you know what I mean?
Or just, like, because they feel so ridiculed all the time, because they have to be these patriarchs.
The standard that they created.
Yes.
And we usually get the brunt of it. It's usually women who get the punishments of the standards that men created.
Yeah. Like, I mean, who said nowadays that we have to be Macho Harry and his dog? You know, like, I mean, I could give two fucks less. Like, I don't know, like with my fiance now, he is not cut. He is not he's not like that. Like,
but he's good looking.
But he is. He's very good looking. I mean? Like, you know, I mean, he's not dyeing his hair.
Yeah.
And, like, he's not this, he's not that, you know, like, I mean, and he's not going to the gym for 6.5 hours a day.
Yeah.
He goes to work, he comes home, and that's it.
And he looks good doing it.
Exactly. Blue collar bougie, bitch. Hey, shout out. Blue collar bougie. But yeah, no, it's just like, I don't get that, because, like, that was something that I talked to John about. I was like, I don't find the, like, excessive muscles attractive.
Yeah. It honestly kind of scares me. And you know what that could be is the trauma from a past relationship. Is like, that ex was, I'm gonna be honest, overweight.
Yeah.
So, like, in my head, I'm like, I couldn't even take the overweight dude who couldn't walk 2 feet without, like, you know, heavy breathing. I definitely can't take the muscly 6-foot fucking John Cena.
Yeah,
man
absolutely
over
not.
there. And I'm not going to.
I'm not gonna even try.
Not gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, I think that's where mine comes from. It's just like, I'm not attracted to it because I'm scared of it.
And see, I think that's kind of where I'm at, you know, because, like, I married that guy.
Yeah.
The ripped.
I want a soft, supple man.
Oh, yeah, no, I married the ripped, like, 6-pack ab, works out on a freaking tree.
Yeah.
Guy. Like, I married that guy. Yeah. And, I also divorced that guy.
Yeah. Literally.
So,
clearly the standards that he had built for himself didn't do him very well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Didn't keep a wife. That's for sure.
But he's married now. Good for him. Go you.
Meh, fuck him.
You
can't say it. I can.
Do your thing. I'm gonna zhuzh this
Hey,
up.
you, Caitlin's ex, eat my shorts.
I'm dead, dude. Like, that's wild. And then, like, I don't know, and I know this is probably, like, but, like, I don't like mama's boys.
Oh, no, me either.
Because when I'm ready to settle down and do this, that, and the other with you...
You better be listening to me and not your fucking mom.
Yeah, like, it's about me and you, not me, you, your mama, your daddy, your orange cat, and this, that, and the other, you know, like...
Where did orange cat come from?
I don't know, I just named a cat. Anyways, but, like, it's, like, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
L-O-L.
If I lose one more of these suckers, I'm gonna lose it.
You're gonna go home and take a shower, and your nipples are gonna be bedazzled.
No, honestly, they're gonna be in my pants and shit.
Like, see, and then I'm doing a tiny little...
Okay, I fuck with that.
Dainty. I need more teeny tinies, because you only let me do a little...
Here you go.
I gotta put more in there.
Great. More for me to sift through. What's our next topic?
Labels. Ooh, the labels that come with trauma. Mm. The not wanting to be labeled the chick with trauma, or
or be seen as damaged goods.
Yes. Because, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, actually what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's not cool.
Like, I mean, it's... And it's usually guys that label us that way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because that's like, another thing. We don't want to be with the girl that has all the problems. So it's like...
Daddy issues, we didn't come up with that.
No.
Men came up with that. Let's talk about that. Because daddy issues literally means that the man failed.
Yeah.
And the women are getting shamed for it.
Yeah.
Like, you're shaming a girl for... Oh, that's what I was going to say was... I can't stand when men shame women for, like, anything, really, but especially not sex, because one of the biggest things that I realized after I was raped was you become either sexually repulsed or hypersexual. Mm-hmm. I became hypersexual. I fucking just can't stand the fact that there were times in my life where people were like, oh my God, you're such a slut. And it's like, well, you don't know why I'm such a slut.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally traumatized.
So hear me out.
And I wasn't even that big of a slut, so fuck off.
Well, see, because, me, I was also raped.
Yeah.
On multiple occasions.
Yeah.
So, then, for me, I cannot get female exams.
Really?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Or if anybody tries to put their hands anywhere near down there, I will cry. Yeah. Like, I will freak out. Like, I cannot do it.
Been there.
Like, John, when we had our miscarriage, we had to go, and they had to put the little probe up me. And she was like, okay, we have to do this. And I was like, oh, you're going to have to get John in here. I can't do this without him. And she's like, I told her why. And she's like, well, I'm not supposed to let him in here. I said, then it's not happening. Like, I'm sorry, but no. Yeah. She's like, well, this is for your health. And I was like, I'll die. Yeah. Like, and that's not even me kidding. Like, that's me, like...
I'm being dead ass with you.
Like, I'll walk out of here right now. Yeah. And she's like, okay. So she let him in. Shout out to her. She let him in, and he had never seen me like that before. Yeah. In that much just, like, distress. Fear. Yeah. Like, because, I mean, even just, like, afterwards, he looked at me a little different. Aww. And that was just because he had never seen that much fear come out of me. And, like, I was so scared. Like, I was, like, tearing into his hand. Yeah. I literally profusely crying, sweating like crazy. Like, I couldn't do it. I was so scared. But I did it, but I was able to do it because he was there. Right. And it just... it's just, like... It's a lot. It is crazy, because, like, I don't know why, but when I do stuff like that, it just literally throws me back into the shed at the party that I was raped at. Yeah. Like, I'm literally on the shed floor, and my back is being ripped to shreds. Like, and that's what I feel when that happens.
The trauma is fucking horrible, dude. It really is.
It's wild. And, like, I've never told anybody about that one. And that was at a stupid high school party that we just had to have. And, yeah.
It's crazy how often that happens, too. Like, I just literally can't even wrap my head around how, like, when I finally got older and started asking questions and stuff, like, every single woman in my life has been raped. Yeah. Every single one. Every single one. There's not a single woman in my life that I know personally that doesn't have a story. Yeah. Which is insane.
And then the freedom of being able to speak and learning that you're not alone.
Yeah. Realizing that you can speak freely and you don't have to worry about repercussions. Yeah. It's pretty freeing.
It is. I mean, once you realize...
It takes a lot of time.
Sorry, I dropped a rhinestone.
Like, because, there are things that I went through literally over 10 years ago that I still don't want to talk about. But, yeah, once you do finally get over things, it's fucking freeing as hell.
And, like, and then, like, learning that it's not your fault.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another big one.
Because that's what a lot of people have problems with, is being able to talk about it, is because they think it is their fault. Yeah. I'm the one that caused it. I'm the one that provoked him. I'm the one that provoked her. I'm the one that, and it's like, really think about your situation, and really, are you to blame?
My therapist asked me one time, she was like, well, my old therapist, she was like, oh, quick question. I was like, what's up, girl? She was like, would you, at 20 years old, have sex with a 15-year-old that was unconscious? I was like, no, actually I wouldn't. She was like, yeah, that's because that's not normal and normal people don't do that. So what happened to you is not normal. That was definitely rape. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, if you wouldn't do it to somebody, there's a big chance that it's
probably not normal.
Yeah, that's not good. It's like, damn, thanks, sis. I really needed that.
That helped a lot.
Yeah. But it is a crazy thing, like, I don't know, just all of the mental gymnastics that come with stuff like that, the trauma like that.
Like, I mean, and you have to fight you have to fight through, like, your own demons to be able to talk about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's one thing. And, like, when we're asking people to send us in stuff, we want everybody to remember, first of all, you are anonymous. I know we said that already, but you are completely and 100% anonymous.
Unless you don't want to be, of course.
Yeah. And then your story, it like, your name and story doesn't go past us, you know, like, and we do talk about it on our podcast if you give permission, you know, whatever. Or if we just do like a random podcast like this where we're generalizing certain things, please feel free to look back at it, you know. But I don't want anybody to feel unsafe because we have created this safe space. Just even between me and Kaylee with a lot of our stuff, like, we have created a safe space for our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that Kaylee knows that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just because, like I said, sometimes it is so much easier to talk to a stranger.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of how me and Kaylee really became how we are, is because she was a stranger and she was just the stranger that was easy to talk to, you know, and didn't judge me. And, you know, I mean, like, literally, even just sitting there talking to her, you can tell there is no judgment in her eyes. Like, she is not judging you.
I really try not to, you know? Unless you're telling me, like, yeah, I left my kid in the car, it was 90 degrees that day, you know, then I'm judging you. But, like, 90% of the time, there's no judgment going on.
Like, and that's kind of how I've created a space within my house to where I'm not judging you. You could literally tell me anything.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay. You know, like, I mean, there's things that Kaylee's, like, walked in my house, sat there and told me, and she's like, holy shit, I definitely thought that I was going to get judged, and nothing happened. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I was like, I just can't take it anymore. I gotta let this shit go to somebody.
And, like, being completely shocked at the fact of, like, I'm not judging, girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's, you tell me what happened, and then now we need to discuss what you want to do about it.
Yeah.
And at that point, you tell me what you want to do, and I'm there. I've got you. Yeah. Like, whatever you want to do, I'm 100% behind you. Bitch, I have such a long way to go with these little ones. Look at that shit.
Okay, but it actually looks so fucking good. Why didn't I do, like, a design style? I just went in, dude.
Because that's the type of person you are. You just go ham, dude.
So true. That really is so true.
You just be rolling, dude.
I really do.
Be rolling deep.
No fear. No regrets.
Hashtag no regrets.
Damn it.
And soon, we're hoping to get our subscriptions up, and we will do some live podcasts for our subscribers.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And we might even try to do some, like, late night lives. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Moral of the story, have informed friendships. Find your safe space, even if it's not us. Also, if you want to talk, email us at thighhighsandtherapy@gmail.com. If you're holding on to something you're scared to say out loud, you're not alone. And saying it doesn't make you weak. It makes you dangerous to the cycle that hurt you. Send us your story, your questions, or your silence. We'll sit with it all.
Signing off. Love and lace.